Once, the wise Buddha imparted a timeless truth. Your work is to discover your work, and then with all your heart, give yourself to it. Just as a masterful craftsman carefully shapes wood, our daily efforts carve the foundation of our future. Every decision, every action, and every ounce of dedication we invest today molds the life we ultimately inhabit tomorrow. Friends, welcome back to The Best Humanity. Today we unravel a powerful lesson, one that has the potential to shift your perspective on effort, responsibility, and the hidden rewards of commitment. This is the tale of a master carpenter who spent his life building grand structures, only to realize the most important one was his own, a revelation that came, regrettably, too late. Stay with me until the end, because this story might just change the way you shape your own destiny. In a flourishing kingdom, there lived a master craftsman, a man whose hands had woven magic into wood, creating breathtaking masterpieces that stood as symbols of his skill. For decades, he had served the royal court, designing exquisite halls, ornate furniture, and even the king's magnificent palace. His reputation was unparalleled. His craftsmanship was revered far and wide. But time, the unrelenting force that it is, spares no one. The years took their toll, and the once steady hands of the carpenter began to tremble. His heart, once brimming with passion for his work, longed for rest. He yearned to spend his final years in peace, embraced by the warmth of his loved ones, away from the demands of labor. One morning, he approached the king and bowed with deep reverence. "Your Majesty," he said with a voice weighed by years of devotion, "I have dedicated my life to serving you with my craft, but now I seek your permission to lay down my tools and retire." The king looked upon the aging craftsman with admiration and respect. He knew the man had given his very best to the kingdom. "You have been a loyal and gifted builder," the king said warmly. "I honor your wish, but before you depart, I have one final request." The carpenter listened intently as the king continued. "I ask you to construct one last house. Let it be the finest you have ever built, a true testament to your lifelong mastery." Though the carpenter's body was weary and his heart already detached from his craft, he could not refuse the king's wish. He agreed to build the house, but unlike before, his spirit was absent. His hands moved, but they no longer carried the same care. He had already bid farewell to his passion, and his mind was preoccupied with dreams of rest. Instead of selecting the finest wood, he chose materials of lesser quality. Instead of reinforcing the foundations with precision, he cut corners. Instead of pouring his dedication into every joint and beam, he hastily assembled them with indifference. The house took shape, but unlike his past creations, this one lacked the soul of its maker. It stood tall, appearing grand on the outside, but within its structure was weak, its core fragile. After several months, the construction was complete. The carpenter sighed in relief, eager to hand over the house and finally be free. He approached the king, presenting the finished work. The king stepped forward, examining the house with an unreadable expression. Then, with a warm smile, he turned to the carpenter and said, "You have served me well for many years. As a token of my gratitude, I wish to give you this house. It is my gift to you, so that you may enjoy your retirement in comfort." The words struck the carpenter like a bolt of lightning. His heart plummeted, and a wave of regret crashed over him with an unbearable weight. He stood there stunned, realizing the truth too late. The very home he had built with carelessness, the structure he had assembled with indifference, was now his own. The place where he would spend the rest of his days bore the marks of his negligence. Had he known, he would have chosen the finest materials. He would have built with the precision and dedication that had once defined him. But the opportunity had passed. What was done, was done. Life is much like the house we build. Every action, every effort, every decision lays another brick in the foundation of our future. When we approach our tasks with indifference, taking shortcuts and putting in minimal effort, we unknowingly construct a fragile future for ourselves. Many of us view our daily responsibilities as insignificant, believing they don't matter in the grand scheme of things. But what if the work you disregard today becomes the very foundation of your own tomorrow? Cutting corners is a habit, and like all habits, it defines us over time. The way we approach our smallest duties shapes our character, and in turn, our destiny. However, when we give our best, even to the most mundane tasks, we cultivate a mindset of excellence. This dedication transforms not only our work, but also our lives, leading us to unforeseen success and fulfillment. The carpenter built the house carelessly, thinking it belonged to someone else. But in the end, he had to live in it. Similarly, the quality of our work, the sincerity of our efforts, and the integrity of our actions inevitably come back to us. Whether we face a grand challenge or a small responsibility, giving our best not only improves the outcome, but also molds us into stronger, better individuals. So, let this simple truth guide you. Whatever you do it with your whole heart. The efforts you invest today will become the pillars of your future. And perhaps one day life will surprise you with rewards far greater than you ever imagined. Thank you for watching The Best Humanity. If this story resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more wisdom-filled tales. Until next time, keep building your future with care, one brick at a time.